Hello viewers, welcome back to Let's Play Civilization 5. I'm Bibor, your host, and this is part 3 of my Pachacuti game, which is trying to focus on empire growth and city growth. In the last segment, in part 2, I expanded my empire to 7 cities, and now the number of cities is good. The number of cities is good. The next expansion will be probably into Darius's lands, since we ran out of good city spots. Well, maybe we have one more here, but it can be built later. Anyway, I think now it's a good time to actually explain what I meant when I said that in certain ages and stages of this game you are nudged by the game in certain directions in which to grow your empire. So, to do that, first I'll open the tech tree and tell you about some generic, of course it depends on your personal wishes and the map and the difficulty level you're playing, but generally speaking, in the ancient era, you're the game is designed, or you're nudged into having 1, 2, maybe 3 cities and growing them to a certain size, which is usually 4. But they will be from range 1 to 4. When you enter the classical era, some buildings that enable extra happiness, like the Colosseums and circuses, come into play, as well as courthouses. And at this time, you have 2 choices. You can either grow your cities up from size 4, or to size, let's say 6, or you can expand your empire by building more cities. And after that, in the medieval era, you're supposed to grow your cities vertically, which means you're supposed to get more population into your cities. And then again, by the discovery of astronomy and printing press in the Renaissance, early Renaissance, you're again nudged into expanding your empire by building more cities, if there is room. And again, with the discovery of fertilizer and biology, you're again nudged into the path of growing your cities, your individual cities, even more, so that they become larger and larger. So let me explain you how this works when you have actual cities, and what choices you can make, which will actually boost your empire productivity to higher levels than you're maybe used to. So for that, I am going to open, for example, this city here. This city is size 3, and we are currently a little bit unhappy, so our surplus food is a little bit skewed, but never mind that. This city is size 3, and it's turn 100 on quick pace. So it's kinda like a turn 150 on standard game. And I don't want this city to grow anymore at this time. Actually, the only thing I want is for it to work this fish. So why is it so? Because before I discover some more happiness buildings, and I actually get to build more happiness buildings, I want this city to only work its best tiles. And its best tiles are 2 silver and 1 fish. And that requires a population of 3. So I'll be working these 2 silver tiles, which will bring in a lot of production and even more gold. And when I work this fish, it will bring additional gold and more food into this city, enough food to even grow a bit and to sustain this kind of population. Now, these tiles here, these forests, these grasslands, will be in the future farmed and trade posted, and maybe I'll toss in an occasional lumber mill as well. But that comes in the second wave of growth. For now, I want all my cities to work only my best yield tiles. So in this case, it's the fish, cotton, silver, deer, and maybe this cow. So this city can grow to, let's say, population 5 or 6 because it's in a good location. This city here will be population 2 or maybe 3 if it works this cow for a long time. There are some exceptions to this rule. Okay, for example, this city here is also in that system. So even if this tile yields no food, I'm working this gold tile and this sheep because these two tiles are the only tiles that actually bring in something else rather than food. Food is not a good quality resource in itself. The only thing it does is it provides growth and sustainability for working other tiles. So if you want to make your empire productive, especially in the classical age, you don't want to grow your cities large. You want them to be numerous. You want to grab as many resources as you can, you want to grab as much land as you can, and this is especially important on higher difficulty levels. And the actual growth of your cities will come later in the game. Of course, your capital is probably going to be an exception, like it is in my case, because I invested into a maritime city-state, and because it's the oldest city you have, and because it's probably going to be your science and research center for the remainder of the game. So I usually have my capitals larger than my other cities, and if I would need to give you certain figures, I would say grow your cities in classical to size 4 and then grow more cities and then grow your cities to size 8 in Renaissance, and after that you either capture more cities or you grow your cities to size 12 in the early industrial era. So, and you can keep your capital for population larger than your other cities, so it should be population 12 in Renaissance and population 16 in early industrial. And this kind of growth will enable you to use your coliseums to its maximum effect and to use your tiles, your terrain, to its maximum effect. Because growing without actually producing anything is not a good idea. It just eats into your happiness, and the actual hammer or commerce effects are questionable. For example, if I would want to work... Okay, here we go. So, if I wanted to grow this city, say working this oasis here, and let's say this lumber mill here, yes, this city would grow at the rate of 3 extra food per turn. And what would I get in those turns? 1 gold and 1 hammer. Instead, I'm choosing not to grow this city, and I'm getting 3 gold and 2 hammers. And it's still going to be food positive after I finish this camp here. So for now, it's producing 5 gold and 4 hammers instead of what it would produce if I wanted to grow it. It would produce 3 hammers and 3 gold. So as you can see, I want my cities to be productive and squeeze out the maximum out of them at this point. They can grow later. It's not going to be a big deal once you get civil service and fertilizer. Okay, so let me continue the game. Oh yes, important things. Technology advances that enable your cities to grow. Construction, because you can build a coliseum and the Circus Maximus. Horseback riding for circuses. Civil service for food, for extra food from freshwater farms. So any farm that's located near a lake or a river is going to produce 1 additional food. This is used to grow your cities up in population. And then after that, printing press for the theaters, and again fertilizer for growing for extra food on farms that are not close to fresh water. Indirectly, your growth will be unlocked and enabled faster by astronomy, because you can discover more caves and trade for more luxury resources. And later in the game there are things like biology for hospitals, which will also boost your population growth in your cities. And even later in the game, penicillin for medical labs, which do the exactly same thing as the hospital, but even faster. So basically, there is no much point in growing your cities vertically, I mean up in population, until you have civil service, because at civil service is the right time that your tiles that produce food become productive enough to actually support other citizens that are working other more important tiles. I'm letting my two cities, Tivenecu and Cusco, to grow no matter what, because these two are my science cities. But the others, they are stagnating in growth until I build coliseums, at which point they can start growing again. Okay, I'm going to hit and turn. And let's see if I try discover some more AIs. Okay, compass. And now I can bulb astronomy, and that will get us into the Renaissance. Hooray! And the city is starving. Yep, this one. Excellent. Finally start working that fish. And you wanted to build a lumber mill here, right? Another city-state, Monaco, also friendly. Wow. And the lumber mill here as well. And now we can continue with horseback riding, and then I'm going to continue with steel, because I will want to take out Darius at some point. Now I have astronomy. I'm not in a terrible rush for acoustics or chivalry, and I'm going to make my way to chemistry now. That will enable me to build workshops and then eventually the ironworks, and I'll grab steel and physics in the meantime, as well as machinery for upgrading my unique units. Considering these puppets are going to serve as my they're going to be adding to my empire's wealth. And these cities here I will probably raise because they're in a craptastic position. I know my military doesn't look like much at the moment, but yeah, I didn't want to invest too much into military. It's still enough to prevent any unnecessary painful losses if Darius decides to do something funny. Okay, so this is the only freshwater resource we have in this part of the map, so I'm going to chop those forests down. And more barbs, which is expected, I guess. And yeah, it's time to build a coliseum, followed by an observatory. And this city can also build an observatory, and then followed by a university for 2 scientist slots. And okay. Not much to tell now. Now we are currently trying to hammer in actually our infrastructure. So that's what I'm going to do. Coliseum for now, and some more trade posts. Alright. You can go help out these cities here. Machu needs more trade posts. We are 3 turns from policy. Excellent. Excellent news. More farms there. Actually, I'm just going to run away and try to find more civs. I'll need those workshops as well. Actually, I'm going to switch to workshops here, and I'm going to purchase a tile. And that tile is going to be this one, to build some more hammer improvements there. I want Wilkas to be my production city, as I mentioned in the last part. Fortify there, build a pasture, and I was saying trade post there. Farms can wait for now. Farmers are not the only improvement that is good in this game. Catherine of Russia wants to be friendly, and she's far enough, and yes, let us work together. And no, I'm not opening borders with you, sorry. Cathy is going to be my buddy. It's time to build some more terraces, which is our unique city improvement. Oh, we find Caesar. Hello, Caesar. Ave. Will you trade me some of your money for my happiness resources? Yes, you will. Excellent. We're getting more and more money. We're a bit unhappy at the moment, but that will soon change when we befriend some more city-states with hopefully unique resources. Resources that we don't have yet. Just production, workshop followed by a coliseum. And this city will also need to get a lumber mill, because it's very production poor. The research agreement. Yes, actually with you, yes. But just one. I want to save my money for investing into city-states. And here we go, we are going to invest into patronage, into philanthropy, which increases our money investments by 25%. And let's see if we can find some city-states like this one that will grant us their silk, which we don't have yet. This one is friendly, so this is going to be our first target. There we go, followed by Geneva. And let's see, Singapore is allied with Russia, and Monaco is not allied with anyone, and you're going to get 1k gold and some help with the barbs from my galley. And we blew all our money, but that's okay. That's really okay. Silver. And we are happy, and our empire is greatly boosted, our culture is greatly boosted by all these city-states. We are getting 48 culture per turn from city-states alone. And I have now... how many votes? I have 6 votes already. And that's going to be 7 votes with UN. So we are getting close there. A few more and we are game. Okay. Oh, she likes Brussels as well. Oh well, it's close to her, but I don't think she will mind. And Paracelsus wants a great scientist, which is excellent news because I am producing great scientists actually, so, or at least plan to. And some more trade posts. And now the city is suddenly more productive than it used to be. And we are close to 100 gold per turn. Mine there. I still don't want these cities to grow. Not yet, until I can finish some colosseums. Except Tiveneco and Cusco. I especially want Tiveneco to grow because Cusco will grow anyway from all these maritime city-states that I befriended. And we got physics. Excellent. Kathy, you must have more money, right? Yeah, thank you. And city style now. This is a terrace bordering 2 mountains and it generates 3 food and 2 hammers. But that's an excellent tile. That's a really good tile. And yep, I'm going to continue to place these terraces around these mountains as well when I have the chance. And you might have noticed I didn't make farms near this river because I'm going to farm this lake instead. It's fresh water as well. And for now I want to work these trade posts. Borders ended, I don't mind it anymore, and Rome sneaked up a city here, which means he's bordering Cathy as well. Okay. We are already back to 600 gold, and we are not even in a golden age, so that's the power of investing into trade posts and investing into infrastructure that enables you to work, and placing your citizens to work productive tiles. And of course the silver helps, no doubt about that. Choose production, you're going to build a workshop followed by a granary and a mint, and then a coliseum and a market. Okay, some more farms here. How is Cusco doing? It's still working all productive tiles, and it's working on a university now. 1 scientist, good. And I'll buy another tile, this one here, simply to prevent the AI from grabbing it with its city state. There we go. Steel in 1 turn. I have iron now. Excellent. I can also upgrade these catapults to trebuchets. And maybe I should actually produce maybe 2 swordsmen. That would be a good idea. Just to have some melee units. Okay, steel, farm, and some more trade posts here, I guess. Yeah. You're going to build a... well, which one will be better for science? Well, both will be good, so yep, National College here. Some people might say a bit too late in the game, but I do not agree. I think it's okay. You can build a terrace there. There we go. Gunpowder in 6. Maybe I won't build swordsmen after all. Just simply proceed to musketmen because they're cheaper to build and, well, effective enough. effective enough. Yep, trade posts, more trade posts. And no, a terrace. Oh no, somebody built a porcelain tower. Oh, I didn't build it. Why I didn't build it, I forgot, that's why. That was very stupid of me, actually. That's a very good wonder to have. I simply forgot. Oh well, I cannot build all the wonders in all my games, I guess. And I'm going to go with Machu Picchu for even more gold. And considering this city will be an excellent hammer city, I'll get it out in no time. It's too bad that it wasn't Vilkas that claimed the marble. Maybe I can cheat it actually by pillaging this tile, but oh well, who cares? Kathy builds the Forbidden Palace, which means I'm not doing so great in tech, which means I'll invest into scholasticism in 5 turns, which will also boost our research by a great deal. Scholasticism gives you 33% of the research that city-states provide, and if you have enough city-states friends, it's going to boost your research by a significant amount. It really will. I'll probably get like, I don't know, 40 science from city-states alone. Rome denounced Persia, that's excellent news. Which means we are okay, that's a green light to attack, to eventually attack Darius. And Tiwanaku is still growing, do not work the garden. I don't want the artist, nor prince. Cities here. Cities. Can you see this food here? It's bordering 3 mountains. It's 4 food, 2 hammers from that tile alone. So yeah. I'm actually going to buy this tile as well and do another terrace there. It's really worth the money. Seriously. And you can build a workboat and a lighthouse after that. Okay. Hammering in the infrastructure will take some turns, so it's not instantaneous. But, you know, it pays off in the end. It really does. What will you do? Okay, you're working good tiles. You can start making some more trade posts. This is going to be a production city, so even I can place a terrace even there. And we are unhappy again due to our fast growing cities here. I might even actually invest into Colosseum, for example in Tiwanaku. Or no, I'll save this money for yet another city-state. Oh wait, I forgot about this one. Maybe I can find another civ. Yes, one is still missing. Maybe I can trade away something to, I don't know, Babylon maybe? Nope. Okay. Come on, guys. Faster. Okay, send it to Kathy. And yeah, I want your money. I think she's in a golden age, considering her gold per turn. And I can now get scholasticism, and it's going to boost our research by, wow, by 55. So there's your research boost for you. Come on, let's find that last save, please. Cusco and Tiwanaku are going to focus on production and growth, while other cities focus on more, and Vilkas will focus on production, while other cities will focus on gold, as they still are. And the research skyrocketed, and it's going to skyrocket even more once I finish the National College. And Greece is the final one, and I'm going to trade him for money as well. I know he has happiness resources, but I'm investing into city-states, not into happiness right now. And let's see how many city-states he befriended. Demographics, no. Victory progress, he one only. Okay, so that's good news. Greece usually invests a lot into city-states. I now want this Colosseum to build fast now, and then I'm going to proceed with continuing with gold. Okay, well, there we go. This tile is going to be claimed by this city. Choose production, and I'm going to go with a Colosseum followed by a mint and the market. Okay. And you can start working on the observatory now. One turn until chemistry. Oh, yeah, city-state investments. We have the money now. Yep, I'm going to invest till to Belgrade, I think, or maybe. Yep, Belgrade. And now we can trade away our gold to Kathy for wine, or not. Maybe to somebody else. Maybe Alexander. Oh, we didn't have gold. Oh, okay. My bad. And horseback riding. Now would be a good idea. And upgrade our trebuchets to cannons. And maybe I'll even skip building musketmen and proceed directly with rifles, but we'll see, And another city-state, Warsaw. It's hostile, so I don't mind if Russia grabbed it. Now I can also build some. Okay. We're sorry. No, I don't care about going to war with Nebuchadnezzar. I did it in my last game. I think I'm going to end my segment here. and continue in the next part. So see you then.